indicated was that probably as I look at the list of people that's been inducted in the Hall of Fame, I really felt that probably I'm not very deserving. And the thing that when I look at that list, that I realize as I'm being inducted today is the fact that I am standing today on the shoulders of so many people. So many people that have raised me up, have gave me this opportunity as I'm here today, and have made this happen. And the first group of people that I think about are the coaches that are in this Hall of Fame and the other coaches around. I probably have not done an original thing in the game of basketball in my lifetime. I stole from everybody. I stole, drills. I stole, I'd go to the Final Four every year, and I'd think, I like that offense. I like that warm-up drill. And, then I'd go out and either I'd contact them or we'd figure it out, and then we'd be running that. And, of course, I would rename it most of the time. I would rename it because, you don't want to make it too obvious, but I would rename it. And I know it's been, several years in my coaching career that one time, you run the same offense that you ran for, only about 15 or 20 years. And one of my players says, Coach, this offense is pretty old. You ran it with those other teams you had. And I said, the bad thing is somebody won a state title with this back in the 40s. And they go, oh my goodness. And I said, hey, does it still work? And they go, yeah, it works perfect. And I said, because nothing really new has happened in the game of basketball. But I have stole from so many coaches that have lifted me up and gave me this opportunity to be here. I thank you very much for this being nominated, the honor of being here. The Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, the group of people that I worked with, me and Denny at different times have talked about, I've been at the board meetings for the Coaches Association. It's been a few years back, me, Denny, and Gary, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to pay for a $500 bill. And we're trying to figure out how we're going to come up with that kind of money to pay for it. And Denny and Gary and the people that have made the Coaches Association what it is today have done a tremendous job. And the honor of being inducted, with that group of people is just something else. The person that particularly, as I think of coaches, and the person that to me has just been so helpful to me is Tom Parrack. My uncle, he knows more about basketball and probably forgot more about basketball than I'll ever know. He just has been there when I remember first starting coaching, you're thinking, I don't want to do all the same things he does. And about a year or so into it, you're thinking, does that really work? So I believe what else do you have there, Tom? And you just kind of keep stealing from him, And the opportunity that I've had, both in working with him, I got to spend some time working together, and the coaches' meetings we'd have for about 3 or 4 hours after a loss, and then it's just been a great opportunity and great time, and I'm just so thankful that I've had him as someone to work with me and keep me on the right track and help me out over the years. I look at Craig and Gary Murphy here, and I think, gosh, I went to college with those famous people, and they have done a great job of being successful coaches. Me maybe not so much, but then when I'd go to the Final Four, one of the first people I knew to call, because he went every year, Gary just went every year, and say, hey, Gary, what do you think's the key to success? Being a girls coach and going to the Final Four. And Gary said, he gave me some great advice. He said, we go and we want to make it a business trip. We're there to do a job. And we don't want to have too much fun because we want to represent ourselves well and we want to do well. And I was like, well, that's a pretty good idea. And he goes, think of this. He goes, you ever go shopping? A lot of teams go, and the first thing they do the Final Four, they go shopping. He said, you ever go shopping with your wife? I said, oh, man. He goes, right, we never go shopping until we're done playing basketball. That's the way I think it is. So, and, you know, that was good advice. I always thought that was great advice. So, the next group of coaches, I've been fortunate and blessed to have a couple of my ex-players that are coaching now. And to have both people that have played for you that are in coaching, but not only that, when times would be tough for me, Coach Butterfield and Coach Cooper, hey, they'd call me up. How's things going? How are you doing? What are you going to do? Hey, there's job openings around us. I'll kind of keep my ear open, kind of let you know. For people to care enough about you, to be more worried about when times are going tough for you than you are even, is just a tremendous blessing. And so I'm just so thankful for the group of coaches that have lifted me up over the years. And then, secondly, my players. This is what you have done for me. This is what you've done for me. Countless memories. And God blessed me with a great, great memory for basketball. Everything that happens, I'm sorry, I remember my whole lifetime about basketball. Now, not important stuff, I might not remember, but basketball, I have so many great stories, of my players, of the effort, of the sacrifices that they have made for me. The unbelievable dedication, people giving me their time, giving me their, several of you gave me your knees, and it's just unbelievable that you would sacrifice that much and have lifted me up to this opportunity. I've been tremendously blessed by my players from the start to the finish. And you stuck with it in spite of maybe having to do, a couple extra push-ups or a couple extra sprints or a lot of extra stuff. And you stayed with it, and you made this possible today. All through my career, you sacrificed so that I could be here today. And you made this possible. So I'm very thankful. And there's so many memories and so many things of my players that I won't get into all the funny stories, but then it's been a great opportunity. And every time, somebody will tell me a story about a team doing something, and I'll think, I've got one probably better, But, and I'm, as Shelley, my wife said, I don't have any trouble talking. So, winning games, coming from behind and winning games 2 against 5, that's happened. That shows that you never give up. Even when you get, until you get down to 1, you're all right. And the great accomplishments of players that would sacrifice for each other and for me and do the things to help each other out. Great and fantastic leaders that I've had. Justin Cooper and Renee Danforth and Mariah Collins, people that know how to lead. It's an honor to have people that know how to lead. Hey, they, when you would do something, they would say, it worked out. They'd say, that's right, dude. Great job, coach. Of course, and they were kind enough, and there was great leaders that when you really messed up, they'd kind of let it go on by, So, but I've been blessed by that, by my great players and great leaders, and I'm thankful that you can come here today because you put me here. And then, lastly, I've been so fortunate with my family. I have been tremendously blessed. My parents sacrificed all my life so that I would have the opportunity to do things. Hey, as you start college, and my dad told me what a stupid idea that was. You're not going to make any money doing that. And then, as I got to go into college, and then I thought, probably it's not for me. Well, he goes, that'd be stupid. You don't have enough hours in to make any money yet. And Mom was sacrificed by pushing me and working and anything that I needed. Hey, if you got money or, we need something, hey, we'll come up with it. We'll figure it out when you run out. And so my parents blessed me so much by sacrificing and pushing me and letting me go to do this. And then I was blessed with my siblings. You know, my brother would, hey, whenever those weekends when you had off, hey, let's cut wood for people, let's make money, let's do things that's going to help you get on through school. And have always been there, and have been fortunate to put up with me and tolerate me for years afterwards, and still continues to help me to this day. My sister, who enjoys the game of basketball also. At my family and family reunions, there are only two things we talk about: basketball and farming, and we're not sure yet which we know what the most about, because both of them are challenging. But that's what we, for years, has been part of. And like I said, they would sacrifice my sister, who would defend me, to anyone that ever said anything about me. You know, and as a coach, you get where you kind of turn the deaf ear most of the time, but my sister hasn't quite gained that yet, but she'll usually tell us something before she does. So, but thank you very much for that support and being there. And then for me to be fortunate enough, and I say, you know, probably this was her own fault, to marry someone that would bring my kids to see me, so I knew what they looked like, you know, as the season would go along. Because a lot of places will start coaching, you would start coaching, and you know, school year would start, and then you'd see your wife sometime over Christmas break or something, unless she came to the games. And so she would come to the games and let me see the kids, and she sacrificed to come practice with us, to work with us, to, you know, the thing is that she would kind of keep you grounded, because she knew basketball also. And I would come in complaining about something after a game, and she would say, hey, can you shut up? I need to get sleep. You know, I've seen the game too. And so I understand. And so she would kind of keep you grounded, and then when I'd say, boy, this year's going to be a good year, she goes, you say that every year. So she knows she's kind of get you ready. And but I've been tremendously blessed with her. And my children, and those of you that are in the coaching profession, know that your children sacrifice. You know, my son would come to go with me to camp for some time to spend with Dad. You know, he sacrificed most of his life spending his time, you know, hey, you're always in the gym, you're always there. And so him and my daughter both, they had to be there with Coach all the time. So we didn't have, our fun days were days working together or going to basketball camps. So they sacrificed a tremendous amount for that. And as I kind of think of how blessed I've been, I think of also still think of my father. The greatest man that I've ever known. His wisdom and his advice was always timeless. And he really didn't take much whining from me a lot of times. He'd come in and go, gosh, you know, this and this is happening with my basketball team. You know, we were terrible last night. This and, you know, and Dad would say, hey, last thing I knew, you still get paid when you lose, so you've got it made. For a little while, at least this year, you're going to get paid. So, you know, that's on the job about, you know, you get paid even when you lose. So, you know, and I've often thought, you know, his advice was so good, you know, and then have him around and supporting him, you know, for most of my life. And then, you know, I thought, man, I sure would like to spend a few more trips with him, because I remember one time I had a good team, so I'm going to go scout some games. And I said, hey, asked the girls, you want to go with me? And I said, well, does your dad go? I said, does my dad go? What do you mean? Hey, your dad likes to eat when he goes. You'll just go watch a game, come back, and you'll eat Coach's Lounge, we'll starve. You know, your dad likes to eat. So said, if your dad goes, we're in. You know, if we're going to eat, we're in. So they go with me. And like I said, I'd love to take a few more scouting trips with him, because he's just the greatest man that I've ever known as far as his advice. And like I said, he could really bring you back to earth. The one thing that I think, you know, very last of all, is I want you to know that God has blessed me in this profession. He's taken care of me. He's loved me enough to let me find places to be employed, to work. He's gave me the greatest players in the world who would sacrifice their time, their effort for that. And he's gave me the greatest support system. And I'm just tremendously blessed to be here, to get this honor, to be with a group of people that probably that I'm wowed by that have done so many accomplishments. And he continues to bless me and let me do that. And I'm just, I would sure like to thank everybody that has came for us today and the honor that you've been in my lifetime and the way you've blessed me. And thank the association and for this huge honor for me and the celebration it is for me to be here today. So thank you very much.